Besides Full Metal Alchemist, Hunter x Hunter is the GOAT of shonen. It's one of the few anime without a single bad character. But these individuals right here have a lot of explaining to do. The Shadow Beasts are the biggest frauds in not just Hunter x Hunter, but the biggest frauds in anime history. They were being hyped up as the most dangerous nin users in the entirety of the show. Not just nin users, but assassins at that. Like you got the Zoldyck family in here, who is the Michael Jordan of assassins, and you trying to convince me that the Shadow Beasts are better than them? Okay. But once you realize that there's 148 episodes, and this is only episode 44, you start to realize that that's not the case. The Shadow Beasts are the 10 Don's personal bodyguards and do all of their dirty work. To put it in One Piece terms, they're the weaker version of the Gorosei and the Admirals and the Fleet Admiral. Just put it like that. You can tell from their silhouettes alone that none of these niggas look raw or carry any kind of drip. Like, look at this nigga right here. He looks like he should be on the street holding up a sign asking for money. Hi, your name is Ao, but there is not one fly thing about you. This man, Homeless Emperor, got more drip than him, and he has homeless in his name. After the Phantom Troop crashes the auction and lit it up like the 4th of July, they find out that the Shadow Beasts were responsible for the auction item's disappearance. So Crollo tells Uvo to put on a show to draw them out of hiding, and boy did he. After watching Uvo take an RPG to the face, the Shadow Beasts finally arrive, and they sent the ugliest niggas there. Actually, I take that back because that's not even the ugliest niggas here. One dude comes popping up out of the ground and was literally the Bro didn't even have to announce himself. You could smell him from a mile away. Then all the other beasts start popping out of the shadows, getting uglier by the second. Leech looks like he just got back from a glizzy eating contest. Porcupine looks like he went to Togashi and said, "Let me get the Krillin with a little Anthony Davis eyebrows." And Togashi was like, "Say less." And then Rapid Dog looks like he's in the wrong anime. Teeth so sharp you would have thought he was from Fishman Island. After they finish scaring everybody and walk off with their hands in their pocket looking like hit, I'm sitting here thinking like, buddy, why didn't y'all just pop up in the shadows on the Phantom Troop? You think scaring the lower ranks was gonna make y'all look cool? Oh, and one more thing. Anyone else was tired of hearing this nigga say yep after each sentence? Boy, if you don't get your yep and my white tee looking ass up out of here. Kurapika looks at them with a look of disgust as they make their way towards Uvo. Now you can interpret that look in two ways. Either he thinks they stink literally or he's not impressed. Probably both if we keeping it a buck. They pull up and Uvo tells the squad that he's gonna fight them by himself, which should have been a warning right there. But these idiots were feeling themselves. They were looking at Uvo like he was lunch. But the real red flag was the spiders playing spades and not a single punch was thrown. What? In all the years of Black history, there has never been a friendly game of spades. Uvo gets to threatening them and Doodoo Man pops up behind Uvo and hits him with the hardest punch of his life. And all he got from that was a broken hand. He was looking at his hand like LeBron before he shoots a 3. Bro hit him with a full power Detroit smash and the nigga you hit just starts smiling back at you. That gave me so much PTSD from Deku versus Muscular right there. Uvo's like, "Hey, that's cute. Let me show you a real punch," and sends this man flying. Mans was ready to tap out after one punch, and we haven't even reached the end of the episode. So Worm grabs his hand and tries dragging him down to the center of the universe. But Uvo, being the dog that he is, punches the ground and blows it up, basically obliterating Worm in the process. This is how I know these niggas didn't give a damn about Worm and wanted him out of the group for a long time. Because instead of doing the honorable thing and telling him to let go of Uvo's hand because he's about to wreck your shit, all they did was jump out of the way and let this man get turned into a pack. Hell, they even spit on his grave afterwards. If they would have made it out of this situation alive, they probably would have had a house party and dosed the house down with Febreze and candles. Now, instead of doing the smart thing and calling for more backup, or better yet, run, they're like, "Hey, it's still a 3v1. Let's jump this nigga."
Oh shit, here we go again.
Boy, when I tell you, I would have clocked the meanest 40 in anime history if I saw a man that's 8 feet tall unalive my teammate with a big bang attack. Attack was so big that it looked like the ending of Oppenheimer, bruh. Like, you see that and you still want to fight? Oh man, man, it couldn't be me though. I'm just saying. These dudes must believe their own hype like people believe in Joe Hendry. After finding out that Uvo is a member of the Phantom Troop, they go quote-unquote X Games mode, and this is where the Shadow Beasts lost whatever street cred they had left, because Uvo put on one of the greatest highlights known to man. Porcupine catches feelings and attaches himself to Uvo's body, and Rapid Dog bites his neck. Now see, this is what stinks about Porcupine. You mean to tell me that out of all the nin abilities in the world, you decided to create an ability that involves your body hair? Like, look at Best Jeanist. He made a quirk that sounds like trash on paper and turned it into one of the greatest powers in the show. But you, my bald-headed friend, couldn't even be creative with it, which shows your lack of imagination. Like, anything's better than that in my opinion. The Shadow Beast try a little combo that will probably put a regular dude out of commission. But this is a monster you're dealing with here, so the circumstances are different. After Uvo tries shaking it off like Taylor Swift, Rapid bites him once again, and the poison starts to kick in. And then Leech slides into Uvo's DMs and gives him 7 inches of pure leech.
Hey, yo!
Yes, you heard it right. 7 inches of pure leech.
You's a freaky ass nigga!
Now from the outside looking in, it's looking like the Shadow Beast might not be on Fraud Watch anymore. But this is Hunter x Hunter we're talking about here, and anything is possible when Togashi's cooking with his pen and Madhouse is animating. Uvo calls him a 69 god and bites this man's face off. Mans took the phrase, taking a bite out of crime, literally. Had everybody shook. Kurapika was like, yeah, these niggas getting put on a t-shirt. Just skip to the next episode. You would think that biting a man's head off would be the most disrespectful thing, but it wasn't. This man hawked to and spat on that thing by using a piece of Leech's skull to headshot Rapid Dog, thus killing him, leaving the worst person on the team to defend for himself. This man was a true soldier because he watched a man body 3 of his teammates while being immobilized the entire time. Porcupine was sweating the entire time while watching this happen. Mans was thinking in his head like, bruh, what does this man have in store for me? I bet the worst thing he thought of was Uvo pulling out some clippers and shaving all of his hair off. But he had other plans because this man huffed and puffed and blew his eardrums out. This beating right here was so diabolical. Like, how you let a man that you paralyzed from the neck down not only beat you, but ended your whole career in just one episode. This one episode reshaped the anime community as a whole and reminded us to never listen to word of mouth and let their actions speak for themselves. The Shadow Beast got done up so bad that they made the Ginyu Force look S tier. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't even say that. The Ginyu Force are frauds. They damn sure weren't frauds compared to the Shadow Beast, who literally did absolutely nothing. I don't think the Ginyu Force are frauds. The Ginyu Force put in a lot of work. They just had some bad titles around their names, like Birder being the fastest in the universe. Goku shut that down in like 1 or 2 episodes, so that was that. What that nigga name is? Gildo. Okay, Gildo, he was a little bit of a fraud. I mean, he ain't had no hands, but at least he had a power that can, at least he had telekinesis. He had telekinesis and the ability to stop time. Or telepathy. Yes, no, telepathy is the mind. Telekinesis is moving objects. At least he had telekinesis and the ability to stop time. But Raccoon put in major work. Raccoon was putting the Z Fighters on Fraud Watch. This man broke he broke Vegeta, he broke Gohan's neck. He crippled Krillin. He took Vegeta's strongest attacks and nothing happened. He did that. Ginyu was the dog of the group besides Raccoon. Jice and Birder, they weren't really doing anything. They tried jumping Goku and got done up. Then Vegeta finished them off, no diddy. Surprisingly, Worm survived the nuke like the roach that he is and caused the rest of the Shadow Beasts to jump this nigga before dying. And honestly, they got done up even worse. After Kurapika captures Uvo and the spiders chase after them, But lo and behold, Ao pulls up and uses his nin ability to try and capture them, but they all escaped except for Nobunaga. Now, Ao might have been the only one in the group that actually had a brain and was kind of cool. Yeah, I know I was just roasting this nigga earlier, but that don't mean I can't give him his props. He knew right from the jump that these niggas were built different. Instead of it being a 4v1, the rest of the Shadow Beast pulled up, and nigga, when I tell you, I almost threw up the minute I saw the first frame in this scene. Ugh. Like, ugh. Look at this nigga, bruh. Bro looks like one of the Variant Titans, bruh. If you don't take your ass back to Paradise Island somewhere, one nigga looks like Jin Woo from Solo Leveling, you got Man Bat in the background, a skinny version of Moria, and then you got this nigga right here. I can't even roast him because he looks like nobody. Al is in the background smiling because now it's 6v4, but Phaeton said, nah, that's too easy for us. How about I take on 3 of you and Shizuku takes on the other 2? I tell you what though, Shizuku can take me on any day of the week. She might be an airhead, but I bet she sucks better than Blinky and Tomaga combined. The Phantom Troop does not impress the Shadow Beast one bit. He's looking at them like, you mean to tell me that 4 of our members got clapped by 2 baddies? Ao tries to warn them, but these idiots get done up instantly. They got done up so bad that it wasn't even a minute. It was literally 40 seconds in real time. Hell, it probably was less than that since all of the spiders are extremely fast. But look at how each of their bodies are laid out. All bloodied up and battered. And then you have this man right here. Bro didn't even last long enough to put up a worthy fight. Had Al in the background flabbergasted. Phaeton had one of the dude's bodies looking like Peter when he fell down the stairs. Was just flat out disrespectful. Speaking of Al, that man got it the worst because he was left in the hands of the torture master himself, Phaeton. I swear, the way they always hype up Phaeton's torturing skills, you would think that this man was Jigsaw or something. Bro gave up the answers immediately and he barely got warmed up. See, niggas can't be trusted with the Krabby Patty secret formula or nothing because that nigga Phaeton will have you singing like R. Kelly giving out free concerts in jail. And just like that, the Shadow Beasts were wiped off the map. The Shadow Beasts are a prime example of don't believe the hype. These niggas set the bar for fraudulence and you can't convince me otherwise. If there was a big 3 of fraudulence, not talking about the actual big 3, it would be the Shadow Beast, the Supreme Kai, and the fake King Fritz from Attack on Titan. Let me know in the comments who your big 3 frauds are. The Shadow Beast getting exposed in 4K was so legendary that it ushered in a new generation of frauds. From the Ginyu Force to Kyoto High and many others. There will never be another group like them. That's why we celebrate every September to Hunter x Hunter and the York New Arc. With that being said, thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.